Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Megan. Today's video is for the moms who feel overwhelmed, overstimulated, or like you're always playing catch up. I've been there, and over the last few years, I've slowly built a few simple habits into my daily life that have truly lowered my stress and changed the way that I show up as a mom and just as a human being in general. So today I'm sharing 5 healthy habits that changed my life, and I hope even one of them might encourage you too. Let's just grab a coffee, get cozy, and have a little chit chat. If you're a mom who feels constantly overwhelmed, overstimulated, or like you're always playing catch up, I want you to know you are not alone. For a very long time, that's exactly how I felt. Certainly after I became a mom, I didn't need more to-do list or more pressure. I just needed habits that actually lowered my stress and made every day feel a little bit more manageable. Over time, I started making small changes, nothing extreme, nothing perfect, and those changes have now completely shifted how I show up as a mom. And so today I want to share 5 healthy habits that truly have changed my life in the season of motherhood. And these aren't about doing more, but they're about creating peace and structure and margin in your day. And the best part is you don't have to do all of them all at once. Even one makes a difference. So let's start with the habit that made everything else possible for me, which was learning how to get enough sleep and wake up early in a way that actually works. Okay, so the first healthy habit that truly changed my life as a mom is getting adequate sleep and getting up early. And I know for some people watching this, that already sounds like completely impossible. So hear me when I say this. I did not wake up one morning and suddenly start getting up an hour and a half earlier. Okay, that is not how this happened. For me, this was a very slow, intentional shift. I knew I functioned better in the mornings, and so I always have kind of been a morning person. And so once I became a mom, sleep just kind of fell all over the place, and my days felt very rushed and reactive. So what really helped me was committing to better sleep. So I started going to bed earlier. Now at this point, it's around like 9:30 p.m., sometimes 10. But I'm giving my body the rest that it actually needed instead of trying to like power through in mom mode. Then instead of, setting my alarm an hour earlier and shocking my system, I kind of did it little by little. I started waking up just 10 minutes earlier than usual. After a few days of that, once I felt, normal, I moved another 10 minutes early, and then another. And I just kind of repeated that process until I slowly reached my goal wake up time, which was 5:30 in the morning. So now it's anywhere between 5:30 and 5:45. But that made all the difference. It didn't feel, brutal. It didn't feel like I was punishing myself. It just felt like something that I could sustain. Another huge tool for me during this season was my Aura ring. There's plenty of, sleep trackers out there. But my Aura ring really helped confirm what I already suspected about myself, that mornings are when I function best. And it also helped me build healthier sleep habits. It showed me things like when I actually need to go to bed, when I should stop drinking caffeine during the day, and how my body responds to rest over time. And so I started applying so many of those insights over the last year, and it's just made such a difference. So getting up early now gives me something that I didn't even realize I was missing, and that's margin. Quiet time to breathe before the day begins. And as a mom, that margin alone lowers my stress more than almost anything else. I'm not starting the day already behind. I'm actually starting it like grounded. And honestly, once my mornings changed, everything else just became easier to build on. So that flows smoothly into my next one. The next habit is a direct correlation to getting up early, because the very first thing I do with my time is spend it with the Lord. This is my Jesus time, and for me, it's a complete non-negotiable. I spend about 30 minutes in the morning before the boys wake up, before the noise, before the to-do list, before work, just being still, reading scripture, and praying and studying. I do want to say this though, and I want to say it gently. This isn't about like checking a box or even doing it absolutely perfectly. What it's about is about having that active, intentional relationship with the Lord and starting my day anchored in truth instead of stress is what I need. As a mom, there are a lot of demands on my attention, even as, a working mom, a lot of decisions that I have to make, a lot of emotions, mine and everyone else's. And I've just learned that when I don't start my day with the Lord, I feel it. I am more reactive, more overwhelmed. I'm quicker to get frustrated and snappy. But when I make this time like a priority, it impacts everything. And how I respond to my kids, how I manage my home, how I manage my stress, and just how I carry the weight of all the things that I'm responsible for. This is where my peace comes from, and where I am reminded that I'm not doing any of this alone. And, if you're watching this and thinking like, I don't have 30 minutes, I just want to say, start where you are. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, one verse, one prayer. Consistency matters more than the length of that time. And I would also encourage you to at least have a plan. Whatever that looks like for you, that might be, a Bible reading plan, a devotional, a verse that you sit on for the week. And it's just so much easier knowing what you're going to open when you sit down to have your time with the Lord. Having a plan takes away that like overwhelming feeling of not knowing where to start. And, it really helps this time feel intentional instead of rushed. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to be consistent. So I want to share just a little bit about what I'm studying right now. Our church is going through the Experiencing God study, and that is, we're in our second week and it's a 12-week study. So I know for the next 10 weeks, I am in the Experiencing God study. And once we get to that, 12-week mark in March, I will have already decided what I'm going to do after that. Now, it's not going to be maybe another 12-week study. It could be a 30-day. It could be, I don't know. But I already know, like, once I hit week 10 of this study, I'm going to start looking. I'm going to start just kind of evaluating myself and just seeing like what season I'm in, what the Lord's been, telling me lately. And so I will have a plan. But for me, this daily time with the Lord is the foundation everything else is built on. So if this slips, everything else just feels harder. And, once that foundation is in place, it really makes caring for my home, my job, my family feel a lot more manageable. So after my Jesus time, the next thing I do is take care of my body. So that is habit number 3. I do want to be really clear here. This isn't about chasing a certain look or being perfect. For me, this is about stewardship and stress management. So I've learned that when I move my body and I am mindful of what I am putting into it, I show up as a better mom, a better wife. I show up better in my job. I have more energy, more patience, and I'm just more present. Last year, I made a personal goal to lose 20 pounds, and I chose Weight Watchers, and it worked really, really well for me. I didn't lose all 20. I actually ended up losing 18 pounds, and I was genuinely proud of that. Now, being totally honest, from like October of 2025 to now January 2026, holidays happened, and I've gained about 7-ish pounds back. So now I am back in a season of being more intentional again, and that's okay. Progress isn't linear. Right now, after, my Bible study, I try to work out for at least 20 minutes at home using a fitness app. Sometimes it's 15. It's nothing crazy, nothing extreme, nothing fancy, just me moving. And if exercise isn't already a part of your routine, I always encourage starting small. A few days a week, a short walk, stretching, something you can actually stick with. And again, it's not about doing the most, it's about doing what's sustainable. When I take care of my body in the morning, it sets the tone for the rest of the day. And once my mornings are anchored in faith and movement, everything else feels a lot more manageable. And, I just want to be clear here too. I do not do this perfectly. I do not do it every single day. Sometimes I simply don't feel like it, or my kids aren't allowing it, or things pop up that need my attention, and that is okay. Honestly, at this point, I'm lucky if I work out 3 days a week, but I've learned that every little bit counts. 20 minutes here and there add up over time, and it's still doing something really good for my body and my mind. This isn't about all or nothing. It's just about showing up when you can and giving yourself grace when you can't. I always say it, do your best and forget the rest. So after my mornings are anchored in faith and I've moved my body a little, the next habit that has completely changed my stress level as a mom is having a weekly cleaning schedule. I used to feel like I was constantly cleaning or thinking about cleaning, and neither of those felt good. So what finally worked for me was, switching to a routine where I clean little by little throughout the week instead of letting everything pile up and trying to tackle it all at once. This keeps my home from ever getting like completely out of control. And honestly, that alone lowered my stress so much. Now, I feel like I come with disclaimers, but I want to be clear about this too. This doesn't mean my house is spotless all the time. It just means that it's manageable. I recently revised my cleaning schedule because our lives just looked a little bit different. Now that the boys are getting older and Hudson is in school a few days a week, I just needed something that actually fit this season. So I've just switched it up. Still doing the same things, but kind of switching up the days that felt a little bit too heavy. So the reason this works is because every day has a purpose. I'm not standing in the kitchen, like wondering what I should clean. I already know. And decision fatigue is like, it's real. And this idea just removes all of that. Some days I get everything done and some days I don't. But because the tasks are spread out, it never feels overwhelming, even if I get behind. So I've linked my revised cleaning schedule in the description if you want to grab that and use it as a starting point. I also did a video on my other cleaning schedule, just walking through a whole week of what that looks like. Go check out that video. I'll link it at the end of this one. You don't have to follow these exactly, but the goal is to create a rhythm that works for your home and your family. So having this kind of structure in my home has created so much peace, and it naturally ties into the fifth habit that really holds everything together, and that is routines. So the last healthy habit, and really the one that ties everything together, is routines. In a lot of ways, routines are the foundation that help all of these other habits actually stick. And, I've learned that routines don't make life rigid. They actually just make it calmer. And so when there is a rhythm to our day, I'm not constantly reacting. I know what's coming next, and so do our boys. We have a morning breakfast routine. We have a school morning routine. They lunch around the same time every day. They take their nap around the same time every day. We eat dinner at the same time, and we have a bedtime routine that helps cue them that this is time to wind down and go to sleep. Those consistent touch points throughout the day make a huge difference. And then I've also learned that when I make those first 4 habits part of my routine, getting enough sleep and getting up early, spending time with the Lord, taking care of my body, and keeping up with my home, it doesn't just help me, it helps them. They get a calmer mom, a more present mom, a mom who isn't constantly stressed or playing catch up. Our routines support everyone in our home. Now, this doesn't mean our days are perfect and that nothing ever changes. It just means that there's a framework in place that supports our family. Because of that structure, there's less chaos, less stress, and more space to actually enjoy the moments in between. So none of these habits, I just want to point out, are about perfection. I don't do them perfectly, and I some days don't do them all, but together they have created a life that feels more peaceful, more intentional, more sustainable in this season of motherhood. And so if there is one thing that I hope you take away from this, is that it's small, consistent habits, and they can really make a big difference. And I want to end by saying these habits didn't change my life overnight. They changed my days. And when my days started feeling calmer and more intentional, everything else just kind of followed up. But, building simple, consistent habits rooted in faith, structure, and grace has just really helped me. It helped me manage my stress in a way that actually feels like it's something that I can keep on doing. I don't do any of them perfectly, and I don't expect any of you watching to do it perfectly either. My hope is that just maybe one of these habits encourages you to start small, to create a rhythm that works for your life and your family, because the goal isn't a perfect routine or a perfect balanced life. It's peace and more space to enjoy the moments that matter most. If this video encouraged you, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up and share with another mom who might need it, and then comment on which habit you're excited to try. You can find my revised cleaning schedule linked in the description below. If that would be helpful for you, please download it, try it, and let me know. And if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe and join me. Thank you so much for being here today, and remember to slow down and cherish the moments that matter most. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!